burning around the track this week, October 19th. It is a Thursday, and today we're talking about Ford shaking it up, Tesla riding the struggle bus, and a case for younger executives.
Everywhere I go, the people really want to know who I is and who I be.
Maybe Tesla's riding the struggle truck.
Well,
you know,
I don't think they have the issue with younger executives. Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. I don't know this. But I didn't think of that until just now. I was like, oh, those two stories actually may have something in common.
Watch it.
Man. I know. Man, coming off a really busy ASOTU-verse day yesterday with the release of More Than Cars episode 2. Released it on a live stream, which is, I didn't think about this till yesterday. I don't know that our date selection was amazing.
Like everybody's at Digital Dealer.
I know. It literally didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until later as I was like caught back up on LinkedIn and stuff. I'm like, oh, because man, it's really interesting. I didn't see this person there or that person there because they're really looking forward to this. And I was like,
They'll catch it. They'll find it.
I know.
We'll send it back out in a few things. We'll get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can see it right now if you didn't catch the live stream at morethancars.tv. It's up there. And Jason Monahan says it was a soft launch. I'll tell you what, with ASOTU, it's like a constant perpetual soft launch. I don't know. We might actually soft launch something during this show that we're not already thinking of. Spent a little time together. The ASOTU director spent a little time together yesterday. It was
great. Here's the thing. Just we just want to say how to all of you listening, the velocity, the speed, the expertise of our team and what they do on a daily basis. We've got so one of our directors, Al, he mainly works on all of our events and brings ASOTU Con and the tour that we did earlier this year together and manages all of that. And so he's not as in the day-to-day of the output and the tasks and everything that's happening. And it's 4:30, 5 o'clock yesterday. And he just looks at everyone and goes, holy cow.
I had no idea.
Oh, that's what happens every single day as the output. So just to the world, you got to get to know the ASOTU crew because they are lights out.
Yep. We got who I'm trying to see who's on the stream right now. We got Nathan always rocking the producer mode. Nathan, where are you at? Come on the camera for a second.
There he is.
This is Nathan, everybody. You actually probably know, if you've ever been around Nathan, you know that he's the man behind the curtain when it comes to why everything looks so good. And then Jordan, put Jordan up, even though he's on the phone.
We're bringing it. Look at this.
This is Jordan's on there. He just realizes, he's like, hold on.
Oh boy.
And he says, I gotta go, Mom.
What's great about this is we're so keyed up. Both of them have their
we just hop in.
Roadcasters already plugged in.
Hey,
They're
hey
Wayne,
Wayne,
let me get my in-ears. Yep, podcast time.
Hey Wayne, hang on a second. I'm actually talking to an industry partner right now, Kyle and Paul. I got Wayne on the phone, so let's let Wayne say hi. Hey Wayne, we're actually in our live show right now, so want to say hi?
Hi there.
What's up, Wayne?
Hey Wayne.
Oh,
You never know. You never know what's gonna happen when you're around the ASOTU folks.
I'm dead serious, Wayne. So check out our live show in a minute. And give me 1 second. Let me put you on mute. Dude, you guys are stinkers, right?
All right. That's what happens.
But man, we're just so keyed up, right? We just hop in and do it, right?
Little peek behind the curtain. So every morning we build the show and we have a whole document that has show notes and this and that. And then Nathan puts it all together on the live stream. And Jordan's usually on the stream on the back end, just listening and and then we'll get off this and we'll mix a few things up. So it's just a little peek behind the ASOTUverse, but a lot goes into you seeing two morons in flat brim hats kind of stumble around the news and automotive every morning.
Now you get to see 4 today.
There you go.
Double vision.
All right.
Guys.
Well, hey, speaking about stumbling around the news in automotive.
Segue.
I don't know where you're going with this. Oh, we're about to stumble around the news and automotive.
He's like, what? Where do we go from here?
Oh, man. I do want to share one thing, though, just quickly.
Go.
God, I know we're getting into this. Sometimes you just get the personal side. We met with the directors yesterday. We're all together, and we were talking about why we care about what we do. Why do we care individually, the directors? And then trying to go from there and what about it is life-giving, what drains us, and then thinking about why does anyone who watches or listens or reads the email or comes to an event, why do they care about what they do. And we were talking about the dynamic of doing something that matters, that even though we love cars, some people love cars, some people don't care about cars. But what the growing sentiment is like, we believe that it's important to do something together that changes people's lives for the better, that encourages people along the way and provides a great living, right? That's the business side of it. So we'll flesh that out a little bit more. And I got a quote from Simon Sinek this morning, and it says, our vision is only actionable if we share it. Without sharing, it is just a figment of our imagination. And so we're going to do the best we can to keep sharing that vision and hear your vision and kind of get those two into a collective vision and get something going. Speaking of collective vision,
Segue.
I don't know if you noticed this, but there is a strike going on in the industry. And yesterday was a strange day, and this morning was a strange morning because it just seems like nothing really happened yesterday, which means probably a lot happened yesterday. Yeah, crickets
is all in the
right.
back.
There's no strike news, notable strike news, which means like I'm hopeful that like there were some really good conversations going on in the back channels and actual progress being made, because that's usually what happens when people aren't out front in front of the cameras, trying to position for the next progress. So there's the UAW update. No sad trombone because there's nothing. It's kind of a neutral trombone today. No tones either way. So meanwhile, Ford announced a management reshuffle yesterday, promoting Kumar Galhotra from combustion vehicle unit, Ford Blue, to chief operating officer of the entire company. So that's a bit of a glow up for him. Andrew Frick, who managed Ford Blue's sales, distribution, trucks, SUVs, all that in Mexico and Canada, is actually going to replace Galhotra as the leader now of the Ford Blue business unit, which is the combustion engines. Jim Farley said these moves will drive clarity and simplicity across Ford so we can significantly ramp up our capabilities and combine them with businesses that are focused on the needs of different customers.
I feel good. That the little tail end of that quote is like, okay, we're starting to see more and more attention paid to, hey, there are customers that want EVs, customers that want ICE,
different customers
to both of those. Like it's this little nod to, hey, we recognize that we can't go all in too fast and that we got to care for customers that need everything. And like the fact that there are still business moves and shakeups happening on the Ford Blue side, on the ICE side of the business, means that there's still focus there. So I love to see that because it's saying, hey, look, we recognize the consumers are still where they're at.
Well, I mean, with the Kentucky truck plant shut down, they probably were like, all right, this is a great time to make some changes.
Yeah.
Right. And really, I mean, I wonder if that has something to do. I mean, obviously they've been planning this for a while, but still, hey, time to do things. Not a lot of moving parts. Speaking of things with not a lot of moving parts.
There you go.
Segue.
Teslas don't have a lot of moving parts, I guess.
Not at all.
Tesla's third quarter earnings call was yesterday, revealed a more cautious tone due to the global economic concerns, high interest rates. CEO Elon Musk also announced the Cybertruck's delivery date. Finally, it's actually November 30th, while also reflecting on management changes and the company's growth amidst the competitive pressures. So he says, we'll talk about the Cybertruck in a second, but he did disclose the company's plans to establish their big Mexico factory in an effort to provide more affordable vehicles to the market. However, the timeline for the project is kind of lax. It's not really aggressive due to kind of the economic worries. Musk said in Mexico, we're laying the ground to begin construction, but I think we want to get a sense of what the global economy is like before we go full tilt. He mentioned interest rates again. And then the Cybertruck announcement. Everybody's been waiting for it. Over 1 million people on the waiting list with a reservation, and it's set to start to be delivered on November 30th, which seems like, okay, they're going to get things moving. However, he said volume production won't really begin. They talk about until after 2024.
Wow. Oh, yeah. 250,000 units after 2024. So that's
1 million orders, 250,000
at the one carry the
25 means they can get through their list by 25, 26, 27. By 2029, New Year's 2029,
everybody that
the reservation list currently will be fulfilled. So
here's this quote is unbelievable. But before we lay this quote out, this to me is much more in line with the way that you see like software development happen
Ooh.
and not hardware development.
Mhm.
Hardware development, typically when deadlines or production volume is in place, is very, very regimented. Like, these OEMs in certain times are going to come out with certain features and all that type of stuff. And the production timeline of software has a lot of weirder moving parts that typically like push the timelines out. In auto, we refer to this as like it's coming out in Q5. And I think that we're seeing that as all the R&D that has to go into coming out with a brand new vehicle line, as well as the R&D that has to come out for the software alongside that vehicle line, because we still don't know exactly what's going to be inside that Cybertruck. Right.
Yeah.
It's still not clear. Like, we see the body, we've seen some prototypes, but we don't know what the end delivery state of the technology that they're embedding into this.
Yep. And they've been talking about it a lot.
Yep.
They've been saying it's going to have great technology.
Exactly. And that's where I think when we see that, it's probably going to be very Apple-esque,
Make a little more
early
sense.
Apple-esque, where you're just like, you put what in a
Oh,
truck?
yeah.
And it now does,
be.
huh? Right.
It
I
could
think
be.
that we're going to see
Phil,
that.
here's the quote that you're talking about.
Yep.
We dug our own grave with the Cybertruck, said Elon Musk. Cybertruck's one of those special projects that comes along only once in a long while, and special products that come along once in a long while are just incredibly difficult to bring to market, to reach volume, to be prosperous.
Yes.
So he's thinking financially, he's thinking technically, just even they innovated several manufacturing methods, right, to make the truck, new materials. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Investors weren't super excited about this whole thing. The stock was down 3% just 40 minutes into the call. So I don't know what it's done. It must be really weird to like have that level of announcement and influence, and you're just talking and you can just like, just like the sentiment tracker is literally people selling your stuff.
It's really quite unbelievable.
Oh man. Well, speaking of things that are, I don't know, I think pretty believable, actually.
Yeah.
It's more
Segue.
believable.
So ageism, especially in the work environment, has consistently been a topic of discussion and come up a lot more recently as the job market is changing. Some experts actually believe younger executive leadership is absolutely essential for promoting innovation and addressing long-term challenges. Martin Reeves of Boston Consulting Group stated that older leaders a lot of times rely on outdated strategies or prioritize short-term gains, while younger professionals may be open to new long-term strategies, but interesting enough, lack the authority to implement them. Here's a couple data points. So the average age of Fortune 500 CEOs is 57.7, so almost 60 years old, with factors like prolonged life expectancy and pandemic-induced challenges pushing back retirement. So you're seeing CEOs stay longer, or older CEOs being stated. But what it says is that the most innovative companies, according to George Mason University, actually see CEOs with a broad age gap to the rest of their executives, saying essentially, like, you've got the CEO with the authority and the insights to implement the ideas and the innovation that come along with the younger executive in the organization, and that balance is almost required for companies to stay innovative. The last one, Arun Shekhar, co-founder of Prava and Community, argues for younger executive leadership, emphasizing their fresh perspectives, willingness to change the status quo, and adaptability in a digital age. And Paul, we're seeing this in auto a lot too.
Yeah,
right.
That's one of the reasons that this article is super relevant to the auto industry, because the industry is just one that is all about transitions in leadership. And this era, the last 10 years through probably the next 10 years, is going to see the biggest handoff from like parent to child, right? That we've ever seen in the industry. And we're also seeing like junior, right? He or she getting more voice at the executive table because there's a different way of thinking. There are new technology tools being deployed. It's a different world, and the older strategies need to be blended with these new tools and these new tactics and techniques. So I think this is like a critical point for retail automotive, and it highlights the necessity for the fresh thinking, but also the necessity for the experience and the wisdom to have some kind of consensus to say, but like, I've seen a couple things in my day, and let's not go all in because we need to protect this, and this. So.
Absolutely. This is what I think is key, is like, whether you're in a younger generation or older generation, recognizing that the other generations play an extremely valuable role in the success of your organization, and not dismissing their point of view, but actually utilizing it to come together to produce innovative technology, innovative strategies, innovative operations, because that level of collaboration is critical.
Oh, way to put a bow on it today. Way to put a bow on it. Hey, we have you an amazing day. Go to morethancars.tv, check out episode 2, and check out the email and send someone a nice message right now. Do that.